Well, they used to joke about Alabama when they would not have a good football season, they would be watching NASCAR. But now it looks like we'll join NASCAR. We're going to start putting advertisements on uniforms and football fields. Now, bear in mind, they're not going to be unlimited, and they have a certain size requirement, at least for now. We all know how that goes. Get ready for looking at college football and seeing all of those patches, all those company logos all over every uniform, just like NASCAR. Personally, I don't think I would even watch it. I really don't think, because the game's already gotten kind of hard to watch. But one of the few good things about college football is it is very pleasing to the eye to watch the action, the uniforms. The television does a good job of presenting college football. It looks good on a television. But it's not going to look good with a bunch of logos and patches all over those uniforms. We're going to talk about that. Listen to what University of Georgia has planned. For now, it looks like it's going to be limited to 2 patches on the uniform, or patches on equipment. I believe it's 2 on the uniform and 1 on the equipment. And they're going to be very selective about which logo. It's going to be a quality logo. Oh, they're looking out for you. But you all know how this is going to end. It's not going to end, and it'll be patches all over the place. And it's a nightmare to imagine. But we'll talk a little more about that in depth. If you're interested in that subject, I could do an entire video on it. Just not sure if anybody really cares. We're coming into basketball season now. Georgia's looking pretty good in basketball, but they're probably going to end up like they always do, NIT, and they'll lose that game. Why is it that Georgia seems to have kind of fallen off the national landscape? They don't like to do anything big. Nobody even notices we don't win playoff games. We won the SEC. And we probably should be proud of that, because I don't see us winning another SEC for a while. Just think how this Georgia team's going to look coming in. We already know they're going to throw Gunnar Stockton back out there. No matter how many people might try, it's not going to be a legitimate contest. They're going to keep the same offensive scheme. Bobo's still here, and you can still bet against Georgia and win every time. But we're not going to have anything to really hoot and holler about on the football field. Every defense will already know how to handle Gunnar Stockton come next season. He can only do a certain number of things. He can't throw to his tight ends. He can't use the wide receivers. He doesn't throw deep. He doesn't have the skill to do so. And somehow that becomes your starting quarterback, and it won't even be contested. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this season turns out for Georgia coming up. You know, it looks like it could be finally the season where it all falls in. Clemson had a 75 season last year, and it would not be at all shocking for Georgia to have a 75 season coming up, even though it could definitely be different. Georgia has enough overall talent to win the whole thing, but it's not going to happen, because first of all, you've got to have a prolific offense to win against good teams. And the defense, although it does look good on the front line, if we don't get pressure, we're not going to stop a good quarterback. And guess what? Everybody's going to have a good quarterback except Georgia. Gunnar Stockton's a great guy. I like him. I'd love to have him on my rugby team. But he's not a frontline D1 starting quarterback. If he were to go to the portal like right now, he wouldn't be taken by anybody. He would be a good guy to have on the bench in case somebody gets hurt. And the way he attacks and runs and makes Georgia fans excited by doing so, it's unlikely that he will survive an entire season without an injury. So in the offseason, Georgia better have some answers at quarterback other than Gunnar Stockton. It would be nice if we would actually get a real coordinator and then let him conduct the spring-summer drills instead of what we already know we're going to get. Because I have a feeling that a frontline offensive coordinator who came here with the intent of scoring points and having a good offense would definitely conduct some serious quarterback competition, and he would probably not choose the quarterback that can't throw down the middle, can't take advantage of the playmakers we have in that role. Look at the tight end touches last year. Look at the wide receiver touches last year. It was a joke, an absolute joke. We could have put that money, got some more sponsors on the uniforms. Look at all the millions we wasted, even signing wide receivers. And you're not going to get a good one to come when you keep throwing out the product we have. Noah Thomas, perfect example, poster child for a wasted spot. He came here and he got just a handful of touches all year. Guy had almost 100 at Texas A&M the year before. And you could build an offense around Noah Thomas and a quarterback that could hit him. Well, we got 7 or 8 targets that would be very easily put to the test and put points on the board. So until Georgia actually decides they want to play winning football, the fans are just going to pay winning football prices and get less and less. And that's really the point of this video, is when are the fans going to get fed up? And I know that you look at social media, there's always comments that defend the status quo. If you criticize Mike Bobo, you don't know ball. Football is a simple game. It doesn't take really that much to understand it. Most 3-year-olds understand the game. The nuances can get complicated. But you can't claim you know ball. Watch Mike Bobo call a season, call it good, and still act like you know ball. Georgia's got to quit wasting the first half. They got to get points on the board, and they got to start using the whole field. We're not doing anything the way you should do it, but somehow, at least the last couple of seasons, we've won games. But that may be coming to an end because Georgia has simply wandered too far off the path of winning football to be successful in 2026, unless they make some changes like starting tomorrow that no one has even talked about.